Every time I start a new project, I find myself with this kind of feeling. I have no clue of what I'm doing. When I first went from one kind of engineering to the next in a company, in a real world problem, or joined the first company I joined, I was convinced it had been a mistake. Imposter syndrome. Actually, I had this feeling all along. In every single circumstance when I join a new community, I have the feeling of, oh, someone did a mistake here. And I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. Those two feelings come hand in hand. It turns out that most of us have this anxiety when it comes to applying what we learned into a new domain. And most of us confuse that as a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing at all. That's actually what fuels you. What you've prepared for is to handle uncertainty. And so your body has learned to recognize a situation with uncertainty where you're ready to apply all your skill. So a lot about the entrepreneurial mindset and a lot about your education, a lot about what it's been for mine is to recognize that a project is something I like because I get this feeling that I don't know what I'm doing. And so I know that's how I'm going to prime my head. I know that's how I'm going to make the connections. And also I know that's a project I'm going to learn a lot. Early on in the pandemic, I was asked, do you want to not teach your class? And I looked at the person and said, are you nuts? I did not want to teach it before we went into pandemic because I've taught it for 23 times in a row, right? But now that it's all new and I have no clue what I'm doing, of course. So I found myself the first day of class opening a Zoom window and sort of inviting the class in. And I tried to share some slides. And the Zoom window with the people disappeared. And everything looked like Catalina Island. And it was horrible. But of course, I needed to keep my cool because I'm the instructor. If I start to freak out, then imagine what's going to happen to all the other people in the Zoom call. So I looked there, I said, I have no clue what I'm doing, let's get through today, and then let's figure it out. A week later, I had radically changed my setup. I had used every single skill I have about testing and experimenting and putting things together and orchestrating an entire system so that in a single week I had 4 screens, 2 cameras, an HDMI live switch, and I was actually able to do even more things than I was capable of in my traditional class. The reason why I taught in the middle of a pandemic when I was given the option not to do it is because it was all new for me, and I've learned so much along the way. That's essentially become my guide. That feeling that I don't know what I'm doing is exactly what powers all my creativity.